Hey guys, this is my intro video for AEP 858. I am TJ Dorian. A little bit about me. I'm married. My wife, her name is Elisa. Our two daughters, Michelle is our oldest, and Lizzie is our youngest, are in those couple pictures there. Currently, I am coaching, me and my wife are coaching our daughter's T-ball team. We actually have a game later tonight, so those are always interesting to say the least. They keep us busy. Um, Professionally, I teach at J.C. Harmon High School in Kansas City, Kansas, and I teach economics and government, as well as am the newly hired athletic director there. Just got hired here about a month ago, so this will be my first year doing that, and something that I have aspired to for quite a while. So I don't know, it's gonna be fun. A little nervous about it, but we'll kind of see what happens as we get through the school year coming up. So in reflecting on how we use data at Harmon, we are very data driven. We look at it on a weekly basis is when we try to look at it. A lot of that's through our PLCs, where we're getting together. Personally, I get together with the other government economics teachers. And we're talking about our own classroom data, whether we're looking at test scores, whether we're looking at student surveys, or whatever the case may be. Looking at things that we get from the district level, even as we kind of get through, or at least in the beginning when we don't necessarily have a lot of student artifacts or things like that. But we get together, we talk about it, what's working, what's not, how can we help the kids, what do we need to do, what do we need to change as teachers, as a school system, to help our kids to be successful. From the higher level, in our SLCs, which is like our academies, or like kind of like our team meetings, I guess, for some middle school people, we get together, we talk a lot about our standardized test scores. Those are going to be meetings that are held about once a quarter, twice a semester usually. So once a quarter, but maybe not every quarter, maybe twice in second quarter and twice in fourth quarter or something, just kind of depending on when our test scores come out and that kind of stuff. We get a lot of data around behavior, around tardies, absences, grades, and all kinds of stuff that our district puts together for us that they pull from different programs that we purchase and record data on throughout the year. But that data is, from the teacher's point of view, very unreliable. It is usually fairly inaccurate. It is usually fairly dated. It could be, I teach high school, so my kids from first semester to second semester are completely different. Well, when we pull data from first quarter and we're looking at it in fourth quarter, that there's nothing I can really do about it because I don't have those students any longer. It's something that we are really struggling with. Is our building level data is very good. Our state level data is, it's generic. It's the same thing that everybody gets, but our district level data is severely lacking. My own abilities, I think I'm proficient. By no means am I an expert, but I can look at that. I can make inferences. I can kind of see where the trends are going, kind of draw some inferences onto why they may be going in that direction or what may be causing those things. Data collection, that's not my strong suit. Prior to, I would say probably 6 months ago, I thought the only data that you could have was numbers and figures and graphs. And then one day it just kind of clicked that no, data can be a project, it can be a piece of artwork, it could be student surveys, it can be teacher surveys, it can be parent surveys, it can be there's so many different things that can go into collecting data, and to me it's not data, it's resources, it's artifacts, it's proof of what is or is not working is kind of how I try to define data, at least for myself. So in my plan to improve, obviously I'm going to take this course, looking to learn a lot, looking to find out how much I don't know, I guess is what I'm really wanting from this course. And then I was also in an interview yesterday, and it was for one of our basketball coaches, head basketball coach jobs. and he was talking about one of the prospective coaches was talking about how there were some apps that he uses to record data during the game, whether it's shots or whether it's fouls or whatever the case may be. And he said it's live. The parents can pull it up. It's there. It's out for the world to see. I mean, it is what it is. There's no need to lie about it. It's just what it is. It's the data. It's what we have. And I was very intrigued by that. I was intrigued not only from an athletics standpoint, but also from a teacher standpoint of how do we get our parents more involved? How do we get them to want to be involved? How do we get them to participate in our classes and in their kids' education without dragging them along kicking and screaming? If it's just an app that you can open up on your phone, hey, Mr. So-and-so said that you did this in class. Is that assignment done? Miss So-and-so said this is what happened in that class. Is that assignment taken care of? You got a test coming up in Spanish or whatever the case may be. Yes, I realize we have online grade books and things like that, but there, at least in my experience, there are few and far between parents who are looking at those. And our current system that we are using is a mess. And some of that's on our end as a district. Some of that, I believe, is part of the program experience. But it really limits our access to parents. So anyway, that's a little bit about me. Probably went a little bit too long, but that's kind of my knowledge on data and its application and things like that. So looking forward to learning a whole bunch from everybody in the class this next 4 weeks or so in this high-speed class here. So thanks for watching, and look forward to seeing your work.